Okay, hello class. I'm going to start with this week's video for the discussion. It's asking to explain the plea bargaining process. Plea bargains are agreements between defendants and prosecutors in which defendants agree to plead guilty to some or all of the charges against them in exchange for concessions from the prosecutors. Plea bargains usually offer the defendant a reduced punishment. This also reduces the number of cases that need to be presented in a trial. Okay, next, list the elements of a valid plea bargain. A plea bargain is only valid when there are three essential components present. First one, a knowing waiver of rights, a voluntary waiver, and a factual basis to support the charges to which the defendant is pleading guilty. Define the role of a judge in the plea bargaining process. The role of the judge in a plea bargain is to work with the prosecutors to determine what sentences the defendant will get if they were offered a plea bargain. In some cases, the judge is not directly involved. For example, federal judges retain final authority over a sentencing decision and are not bound by prosecutors' recommendations, even if the recommendations are a part of plea bargains. Create and provide an opinion on whether plea bargaining is a benefit to the United States criminal justice and why. I'm in favor to continuing plea bargaining in many cases. In many cases, it can be beneficial for both the prosecution and the defendant. For example, the prosecutor would get the guilty plea that they are looking for, and the defendant will probably get a sentence that can be less than the maximum if the case were to go to trial. However, many believe that offering a plea bargain is an easy way out. For example, in a case involving homicide, the defendant may take a plea deal for a lesser sentence. The plea deal can include something such as cooperating with law enforcement in another case to get a reduced or less harsh sentence, such as life or the death penalty. The downside of this is I believe the victim's family didn't get the opportunity to have a plea deal with the killer to keep their loved one. So in cases like this, I believe the plea bargain could be an issue. That's it.